The next topic that I want to get into here within a proper designed, well-formatted list is subtotals. So I've still got the exercise file open, and I've gone to the subtotals worksheet. Now, first, the idea of a subtotal, and this is quick. I've got a simple list. It's got a few columns: salesperson, product, units, price unit, and sales, and a few records. It's not a very big list. It's got roughly 42 records minus the headers that are at the top of the screen. And now I want to summarize some data here. I want to know, as an example, I want to know total sales for each of the products, right? How much did we sell for vanilla versus chocolate chip? Can never get enough chocolate, right? Versus fudge brownie versus strawberry and so on. What are the total sales for those products? I can perform a simple subtotal to accomplish this goal. Now, before you run the subtotal tool, which is built into Excel, the very first thing you need to do is sort the appropriate column that you want to subtotal by. So I want to get a subtotal by the product. I want to subtotal the sales by the product. So my first step here is to sort the list by the product column. Remember how simple this is? I'll click into the product column, doesn't matter where, just as long as I'm in that product column. I'll go up to my data tab, and I'm going to hit the A to Z. I'm going to do an ascending sort. And there I go. Now I've got some groups for products. I can see I've got a handful of chocolate chip records. Now I want to get a subtotal for the chocolate chip. Then I want to do it for fudge brownie and strawberry and vanilla and, and so on. But now that I have the groups, I can now perform a proper subtotal for the sales for those groups. All right. Now, back in the day, years and years and years ago, or maybe you just did this yesterday, here's the very labor-intensive, very manual process of creating subtotals. So this, what I'm about to show you, would be the no. Don't do it this way. You want to do subtotals utilizing the subtotal tool within Excel. Don't do what I'm about to do here. This is the long one. Take a look. So first, I got it grouped. Got my chocolate chip. Now I'm going to drop down here to row number 9. I'm going to insert a row. I'll press my shortcut key, Control+. I've now got a new row in there. I'll jump over to the sales column and I'll sum it up. Right? This is me manually doing this. Okay, there's my $5,773.40 for chocolate chip. Then I'll drop down here to row 19. I'll insert a row. I'm going to jump over here and say equals sum. And I'm going to go grab the data. Right? But it's doing it, but this is very, very manual. I'm inserting rows. I'm calculating it. I'm doing this all myself. With only 3-4 groups, no big deal. But what if you had thousands of records? Holy moly, this is going to take forever. All right, I'm going to undo this silliness here. Control-Z. I love Control-Z. Undo. All right, now I've got my list. It's sorted by product. Now I'm going to show you the subtotal tool, and Excel is going to do all that work for us with a little bit of input from us. All right, first step. You sorted the column. Second step, click into your list. Doesn't matter where, just as long as you're in the list. Third step, go to your data tab. On the far right, go to subtotal. This will open up your subtotal window. In here, it wants to first know, okay, well, at what point, at each change in what, do you want to get a subtotal? Well, for me, it's at each change in product. Remember sorting by the product column? Now we have groups. So every time the group changes, it'll then give us a subtotal. Now it wants to know, well, what type of subtotal do you want? And I've got a number of different types of calculations. I want to sum up. Okay, well, what do you want to sum? I want to sum the sales. So at each change in product, sum the sales column. And that's it. I hit OK, and I'm done. I've now got my total sales for each product. Take a look. Chocolate chip total, $5,773.40. Fudge brownie was $7,831.20, and so on. It's created, and it also gave me a grand total down at the bottom. Just a few button presses. Sort the lists. Get those groups. At what point do you want to get subtotals? Well, I'll sort it by product. Go to your data tab, go to subtotal, tell it all the information, and it does the work for you. And take a look at this. This is a bonus. If you take a look at the left-hand side of the screen, you'll find 3 little numbers with some vertical bars. These are groups. If I click on the number 2, this will show me just the subtotals. If I click on the number 1, I get a grand total. If I click on the number 2 again, I'm back to subtotals. If I click on number 3, I'm back to my records. Very cool. One report now, you've got it all right there. And you can collapse them individually. If I click on the minus sign, there goes 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗃. Oh, you know what? I don't really need to see the details of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗃 and strawberry. I just want to see fudge brownie and vanilla. It's as easy as that. It's built into there for you. The subtotal tool saves you a ton of time. Data, subtotal, fill in the blanks, and you got your subtotals. Try it out. Jump over to the exercise file, open up subtotals, and create some subtotals. Try it out for product. Maybe do it for salesperson. You know, just get a little bit of testing inside of there and see what you can come up with. It really just depends on what you're trying to view. What are you going to report off of? Use your subtotal tool.